Yellow.
I'm just vibing right now.
I don't have the chat up, so I'm fixing that.
It's all good. We got no chatters in
Nobody
chat.
in there anyway.
Oh god, I got an ad. Yeah, it's the pre-roll.
I turned it off.
I don't know how to describe it when you like. Omni, don't call us Fregroves. That's weird.
Okay, this says disable pre-roll ads by running mid-roll ad breaks every 30 seconds of mid-rolls grants your channel 10 minutes of no pre-rolls. You can cycle to 3 minutes of mid-rolls to disable pre-rolls for 1 hour.
What did Brightside call us the other day? Grovians?
I didn't hear that one. That's interesting.
He called us Grovians. I kind of liked Grovians. Anyway, Omni, I think that's your answer, Grovians. Grover's is too Sesame Street adjacent. I mean, I'm a big Muppets guy, but like, I'm not trying to bite Sesame Street, you know? Yeah, what's up, Grovians? Omni, I am glad you are still with us, brother. Holding it down. Keeping those streets safe. Dude, that is wild. I was worried because I haven't heard from you in like, a couple weeks. Well, I was really, really sick, actually, to be fair. So you're probably giving me space about that. But yeah, are you still playing Path of Exile, bro? Dryads, yeah, dude. No, we keep Dryads. We're what's the male version of a Dryad? Shit.
Is it not a druid?
No, a Dryad is a tree nymph. So it's like a female tree spirit, and they have water ones too. I can't remember.
I knew it was kind of like a, nature magic type thing, like a druid. So I was just kind of associated the two.
Yeah, they're like I think it's Greek. I think Dryads are Greek tree spirits. Maybe a nymph is a water spirit. Actually, I might be like conflating a bunch of shit. So, Omni says I was out for 2 weeks for the holidays. Work slogs, been super busy. Oh, okay, cool, awesome, man, awesome. Yeah, we should get into a little bit of that. Yo, FICO, thanks for the resub, dog.
What up?
Love you too, homie.
Thank you for that.
But yeah, Omni, hit me up. I've been really into the PvE Tarkov lately. It's been very satisfying.
That's really fun.
It has been completely annihilating my what do you call it, like endocrine stress system. I'm sure I'm cranking my norepinephrine levels and like adrenaline to like full max for like 20 minutes straight on a run. And if you play for like 3 hours, you're just like, I got PTSD, boys. The shell shock.
It's because I got you and Aaron covering you that I just don't feel that stressed out when I play it usually anymore.
Bro, Omni, if you get PvE, let's play, dude.
Dude, yeah, come play with us.
100%.
It was so fun. Oh my god.
Dude, a squad of 4 would go hard because we could split into two-mans and sweep like all corners of the map. That'd be really good. 3s get a little jammy, like you get kind of in each other's way, but 2 squads of 2 would be perfect. I think Sparkle's getting good enough that she could probably be like a squad leader.
Yep.
So yeah, we could have like 2 squads of 2 on some maps. I think would work really well. Especially like customs, sweeping dorms, and like dealing with rogues. 4 people would be way better. Oh, we could set up kill boxes with like 2 groups of 2. Oh, this is very exciting. I'm thinking about all these tactics. Yeah. Okay.
So Tarkov with us.
Yeah, let us know when you're interested in that, because I think you bought Tarkov, didn't you, Omni? And did you buy, if you bought the Edge of Darkness really expensive edition, which you may have done, you'll get PvE for free, so you don't have to do anything else. Boom! Yo! I like the little wiggly rainbow guy. That's cool.
I love the explosion in the middle of the sentence.
Boom! Yeah, sorry, I completely derailed. I had a big boy Red Bull today, guys, so we're going. Bro, what is this cat? Oh, where's the head? You missed the head.
don't think it was supposed to be like a weird like centaur cat with a human head.
Oh, okay, I
The
get
Omni's
it.
just in the middle of it.
You did buy it because we played a couple times. Okay, cool. Check the version you got. So like re-download it because it's going to take a while. And then check the version you got, and I'll help you figure out if you can play PvE with us or if you need to buy the expansion. It's $20 if you don't have it. Okay, cool. So what are we doing today? So Brightside, we were talking to Brightside last week, and Tony was talking about the audio visual mesh plugin thing he did from audio channels into Unreal. So we wanted to show that off. Hopefully Brightside's here. If he's not, that's okay. He can catch the VOD. But we told him we would break it down and talk about like what Tony built, how he built it, how this whole visualizer works. So we're going to be a little technical today, which I think is cool. It'll be a fun departure from Yap City, but you know, I'll keep yapping.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just trying to build out kind of a toolkit for connecting audio to stuff in Unreal. So one of my kind of like overarching goals today is going to be able to point stuff at audio sources. Right now, this is just kind of like my system audio that is triggering all of this, but we're going to start trying to do some stuff with an AI, with TTS, and I want to do some more stuff with like music and sound reactive stuff. So that's going to kind of be the goal, and this is just kind of a tool that I think is going to be useful for testing it out and applying it to something very quickly. So
I really didn't want to interrupt you, Tony. I'm so sorry, but I'm very excited. LFQ soon in chat. One of my oldest Twitch homies. Oh my God,
okay,
I'm so glad to see you around, bro. It's so great to see you. Yo. I'm really happy to see you. This is my partner, business partner, Tony. Wait, where am I? He's down there. This is my business partner, Tony. We started Game Studio almost 2 years ago now. We've been working on games in Unreal, and we're doing the stream to promote the business, and to like all the funding from the stream goes directly into the business. Because of support from you guys, we were able to fund the business. So like buying, licenses for software that we need, web server hosting, stuff like that. So that's what the whole stream is about. And I really appreciate you coming through, man. I was like, you know what? I've seen LFQ on Steam a few times. I'm going to just shoot him a message. And dude, I'm so happy to see you here, bro. I'm glad you're still on the old twitch.television. But yeah, so any subs, any of that goes directly into the business. We're not using it for like beer money or anything. It's been good. I spent probably the first 8 months of the business when I went full-time on it, just like chasing investors and trying to do all that. So this was in 2023. Late 22 was when I started that, and it was tough. It was really hard. We got a lot of no's. Yeah, no worries, LFQ. It's just great seeing you, man. Even if you just show up now and that's it, and you said hello, I'm very happy to have you here. So what our format for Wednesdays is we talk about game dev. Thank you for the follow, LFQ. We talk about game dev, and we kind of like demystify the whole process. So I use my experience as a game designer. Tony is a really, really gifted engineer. So Tony does technical things and talks about like technical implementation and stuff like that. So our whole goal is to help other people like make their, creative ideas come to life in Unreal while talking about everything that we're making and, talk about the games we're making and whatnot. LFQ, we have a Discord and we have a trailer for Hyperskate. So Hyperskate is our first game that we're launching this year.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Those aren't working for some reason.
The links aren't working?
I think the bot is turned off. I got turned on.
Oh, no, bot worked.
Oh, okay, I just don't see them in the chat.
Yeah, I see them.
Okay.
So no worries, bro. But yeah, LFQ, our Discord communities, it's growing. We got about like 60-something people in there, a bunch of different kinds of creators. We have some really awesome people here. Boom, notable shout out. Boom is in chat. Boom does like VTuber type stuff with Unreal integration. Boom is really cool. You should check them out. Follow their channel if you're into any of that stuff. Boom does kind of the same thing, software game dev in Unreal, but it's more slanted towards like a VTuber avenue. But it's very cool stuff. Boom does awesome things.
Boom, did you get your TIE fighter thing working? I had to leave kind of in the middle of that the other day, but it was looking interesting.
Well, I need to turn on streamer mode on my Discord so it doesn't beep boop at me. Streamer mode. There we go. All right, we did it. Thanks, man. Thank you for checking us out, and thank you for coming through. Really appreciate it, LFQ. I hope you've been well, bro. I feel like last we talked, you were at university or trying to get electrician or electrical engineering type stuff, which is really fucking cool. We've got some cool people in the community on Discord who are really into those types of things too. So, drop some messages in there. Feel free to read through what's going on, and if you ever want to talk about any of your stuff or promote any of your things, very welcome to do so. So, please do. Another cool content creator that we have is Brightside. So Tony's doing this code breakdown and the feature implementation for this audio to visual representation through like this waveform in Unreal, generating a procedural mesh. So that was a lot of technical terms, but I think it's really neat. He basically takes like audio and turns that into a really cool like rainbow pattern waveform that will follow multiple channels. So he's got like music and voices and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And we have a bunch of things that we want to apply that to. So that's kind of the point. We try to show the experimentations without spoiling the cool stuff we're doing in the game. That's always been like kind of a tricky thing to navigate, because I want to talk about Hyperskate more and show you guys stuff without spoiling the really cool things that'll happen that you'll get as a player. So we try to do it in this context, and I think it works pretty well. While Tony is going through these code things and poking around at stuff and getting it set up, there was some interesting video game news. One of the stories that I thought was really funny is there's a game called Fortune's Run, which hit early access on Steam, had a lot of positive reviews, was going really well, and the developer posted an update saying, "Hey, sorry guys, I'm going to jail for 3 years, so the game's on hold." I just thought that was a pretty crazy situation. So yeah, imagine launch a game, go to jail. Sorry, boys, game's on hold. I'll get back to it in 3 years. Twitch is the new black, I guess? Or Steam is the new black? I don't know. How do you say that? What's the joke in there, chat? There's a joke somewhere.
Unity is the new black, maybe?
Yeah, Unreal is the new black. Who knows? It's not orange, though, guys. The Ubisoft Tencent acquisition or whatever, NetEase acquisition thing, I don't remember how all that's, whatever the details are. There's more like rumors swirling around that. They're doing, it's business news. I didn't think it was that interesting, but I guess it's notable. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I've got. European PC and console game sales went up in 2024, which is cool. Down 21% last year, so rise in 1% is probably negligible anyway. Oh, chat, I don't know if you guys are aware of the UE5 meme, but I'm very excited because it's gained popularity. It's hit mainstream. Spinning cat, UE5. Oh, FICO knows, see? Yeah, it's an amazing meme. I like it. I just like spinning that cat. Cat brain rot good. Yeah, absolutely. Tony will find these weird clips of like a song that just cuts into UE5, and I love it. Played it for a cat and the cat went berserk? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Cats don't know memes, dude. Wait, is this brain rot for cats? The original one on the green background. Yeah, the spinning cat. But how does that make? I don't understand how that makes a cat go crazy. Yeah, Boom loves spinning cat and techno. Exactly, dude. That's it. Tony, can we play the meme?
Sorry, I was having mic problems. I think I'm back now, though.
You are back, yeah.
Yes.
You are so back.
Hold on.
I figured you got that on deck. Just ready to fire off one of those memes.
I mean, I can play like the time score one that I sent you earlier.
Yeah,
That
I
one
think that's fine.
nearby. Let's see.
I like that one.
Music is on.
Spinning cats and hyperskate. I could see, yeah, I could see that being like a secret cosmetic trail or something, you know, as you're moving along, like you leave little spinning cats. That could be cool.
We could make sure I'm not putting this to YouTube so we don't get a copy strike.
Oh yeah, good call. Don't get mad at us, YouTube.
Okay, we're good. Here we go. Turn the music.
I gotta listen to this myself. Hey, what's up, Art? You're welcome. Tony, I don't have any audio on Twitch for it.
Hold on.
I should check YouTube just to make sure. Sorry,
No,
YouTube.
wait, yeah, no, I didn't see it working. So.
Yeah, it's probably echoing because of me. It's my fault, Art.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah. I don't know. I can't get it to work. I'm sorry. I'll put the link in the Discord.
You can drop the link in chat too. I think that's okay.
You can. I don't actually have Twitch up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me grab it. I'll grab it. For your enjoyment, chat, I present to you twitter.com. We're watching this, Art. We were just talking about this meme and how much we like it. It's a spinning cat with like some techno-y type stuff.
There was like a whole thing going on for a while where they would remake like tons of popular songs with those noises, and it was always entertaining because you would kind of start listening to the song and you wouldn't know exactly when they were going to bring it in, and then I don't know, people got pretty creative.
It's great. It's definitely one of the better memes. But I think it's hit saturation because it's like on mainstream things. It's in Times Square. I saw it on a comedy podcast, like all kinds of stuff. So yeah. The meme is dead, boys, but we can enjoy the meme while it dies. The meme is thriving on TikTok. Well, rip TikTok, so.
Yeah, TikTok dies on Sunday unless something changes, guys.
FICO is in shambles. So is Burnout. Where are you guys going to get your brain rot now? It's going to be YouTube Shorts. That's it. That's all you got. Yeah, there you go, Art. We need a point redeem for it. Yeah, we could definitely do something like that. Actually, I bet we would integrate it into one of our like coin pusher or something like that. That'd be really cool. Yep. Like when the bucket fills, it plays like the cat, you know? That'd be awesome.
Actually a pretty good idea.
Mr. Beast, please buy TikTok. Bro, stop.
He made a tweet that he was going to, and I was telling Amy, like, I don't really think so, but maybe.
I don't think so either. I'm proud of you, LFQ. You don't need a TikTok. That's fantastic. Stay away from that.
And Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, also said that he was trying to buy it, but he was either unable to, or they couldn't get a deal together or something. I don't know. I saw him like appealing to the president yesterday to like help him get the deal through. But...
I mean, I don't know. It all depends, Art. It depends on how they ban it, honestly. But yeah, I bet you could probably get, if you really wanted to like get a VPN to watch TikToks on a, you know, PC, sure, you could probably do that. It seems a little much. FICO, why do you hate Mr. Beast?
This is always something I thought was interesting. I remember meeting FICO and being like, oh, he'd probably like Mr. Beast, because I have watched a lot of the Mr. Beast videos, and immediately was like, no.
Shouldn't Bezos buy it as a rivalry to Musk? Yo, Strava, that's big brain. But isn't Bezos like financially divested?
Bezos isn't petty and stupid though. So
yeah. And he's no longer a part of like Amazon or that stuff, isn't he? He's like out. He owns like WAPO and Blue Origin, but I think he's out of Amazon.
I think he's the CEO though.
Oh, he is? I thought he like completely exited. Maybe he just sold his stock. That's probably what I'm thinking.
Let's look at Wikipedia together.
Oh, nice. Art was saying they don't have a TikTok and it's not getting banned where they live. Yeah, you're good then. You can still brain rot to your heart's content.
Oh yeah, here you go. February 2021, Bezos announced that in the third quarter he would step down from his role as CEO of Amazon to become the executive chairman of the board. He was succeeded by Andy Jassy.
Oh, so he's still on the board. Okay. I mean, he's there then. He's
February 2024, Bezos sold 24 million shares of Amazon, a total of $4 billion. He intended to sell 50 million shares of Amazon over the next year. He's dedicating 95% of his time to artificial intelligence initiatives at Amazon. Huh.
That's why. So he stepped down from CEO to sell his stock. That's it.
Because then it's not insider trading.
Yeah. Denmark, that's where you're from, LFQ. I knew you were Scandinavian of some sort, but I didn't know which, I couldn't remember which nation. Production of the show has been pretty icky. Well, okay. I was reading about all that, and I've been watching his show, and it's the thing that I don't care for in the show is it's like the worst examples of humanity. Everyone's really awful to each other on it. And then Mr. Beast goes, brutal. That's so tough. And I'm like, dude, you're doing this. Like, this is your fault these people are acting this way.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go as far as defending him, but I just think, like, philanthropy for views could maybe also be looked at as, like, that probably wasn't going to happen unless they did it for the YouTube video. So it's, like, probably still a net positive. It's not for the most genuine reasons, but it's still doing good for people. So I don't know. I try to kind of stop thinking about it there.
Yeah, he still does, you know, good things, and if you consider redistribution of wealth or something a good thing, then he's still doing that. Yeah, Art, big dub. That's cool that you don't get ads. It's probably a market related thing and not like a content blocking. I bet where you live, they just don't know how to advertise to you, or they don't have like deals set up in that market, so they can't do it. Because there's governments that, like, you know, be like, oh, you can't show this kind of ads. So they're probably like, the market's not big enough for us to invest in making sure that we have compliance or whatever. I'm speculating. I literally don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of making shit up. So, oh shit, Brightside just shouted us out. So we were talking about Brightside. Let me shout out Brightside. How do we do that?
Slash shout out.
Let me see if we can. All right, let me see. You said slash shout out?
Mm-hmm.
Brightside movement. Do you know if it's case sensitive?
I do not.
There we go. Yeah, check out Brightside. Brightside's a homie. Brightside's cool. Brightside Brain Rot Quiz YouTube channel? I don't know, honestly. It's possible. So what Brightside does, Brightside makes music and video games. Brightside's got a game out called Silent Sonata on Steam. So if you want to check out his stuff, go for it over there. Let me see if I can drop you guys a link to his Steam page for that. He's developing pizza delivery something. I don't remember the premise of it.
Can't remember what the title is, but yeah.
Let's find this here real quick.
If I had to give you like a vague description of kind of what it struck me as last time I watched it, it's like if Dave the Diver was a tower defense game. But
there you go.
As well.
I dropped a link to Brightside Silent Sonata game. Seems like it's a rhythm-based, or rhythm-based might be completely wrong, but I know that he does music stuff, and I think it's a horror game. Philanthropy for Views reminds me of what Bill Burr said about Lance Armstrong. That lie raised millions for cancer research, yo. If it costs money and if it requires a PC that's not 20 years old, I can't do much with that. Yeah, that's fair art. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any more like video game industry news that I think is
I've put a
interesting.
few things in the stream thing. If
Okay.
you look at those.
Yeah, I'm up, Pete. Oh yeah, okay. So Power Wash Simulator VR support was discontinued. So you may not
Kind of
be able to
interesting.
Power Wash.
You can still play it, but there's just not going to be any additional support from what is already there. So they're not going to make it work on other headsets, and they're not going to add any new content or patch it or anything like that.
Yep. So whatever buggy state it exists in will continue for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. For
That was
people
interesting
like it.
because they made a whole separate game for the VR version. It's not a VR version of Power Wash Simulator that you get on Steam or whatever. It's a VR specific
Standalone,
version.
right?
There is a PC VR version, but there's also a Quest version. So we're playing the old game of like they just took the Quest version and like turned the graphics up a little bit and put it on PC. And that put them into a state of having to support desktop Power Wash Simulator as well as probably Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. And then they also now had a completely separate VR branch. All the ones I said before that probably at least can kind of derive from the same code base and just have like build pipelines that they have to deal with for each of the different platforms. Now you've got a whole effectively new game that you kind of have to maybe try to keep in parity with the other one. Maybe they did something smart to like share some of the systems and code or something, but they just said it stopped making sense very quickly for them. They probably weren't making as much money on it as they thought they were going to, and it probably cost a lot more money to take care of than they expected it to. So interesting outcome, I guess, but it kind of points to, you know, almost a need to, if you're going to do both platforms, you need to figure out a way to do it from like a single code base and make it make sense.
LFQ mentions that he was interested in trying some VR, but didn't care enough to get a headset. I would say the best bet for you, if you really want to check it out, is get a Meta Quest. It's the best value proposition.
$300.
Yeah, it's easily the best value proposition. Really good headset. So like, even the two's like $200 now, right?
I don't know that you can buy a 2 anymore, but
so this is my 2. My 3 is actually upstairs, but because I've been using it to play triangle strategy. But this thing is sick. Gotta fix the head strap. Yeah, I agree. Facebook no es bueno. I'm with you on that. So the
you
way
can
I
use it just as like a
Yeah.
peripheral that you plug into your computer, and you don't have to use the Facebook part of it. But yeah,
you do have to use a phone to like register the app and stuff. So you have to consent to like one-time data scraping, but you can like remove it after that. And
I think they got rid of, like, it was always like a big famous complaint everybody had is like you had to have an actual Facebook account to log into your Quest and to use the Meta platform, and that's not the case anymore. They broke them apart again, so now you can have like a Meta account that isn't a Facebook account, and that's okay.
That's exactly the setup that I'm running.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel you, LFQ. I think VR's in a good place now. This generation is great. The biggest issue you'll have is finding content, which is why we're making Hyperskate, because we think that there's room for that game. Yeah, and we have some really big bets on how we think that it'll work. High confidence. We've played a ton of VR games, so we think Hyperskate's got a spot in the market. The $4,000 headset.
Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, are you talking about the Apple Vision, Art? We've got one of those too. It's very cool, but I wouldn't suggest that. Like, if you want to play VR stuff, don't get an Apple Vision Pro. If you're in the Apple ecosystem and you've got like, you know, MacBook Pro and whatever the fucking desktop is, I can't remember what the desktop is, but if you have a bunch of Apple devices, it works really well in that ecosystem and it does cool stuff. I think it was the cost, Art, because $4,000 for a standalone headset is far and away the most expensive. It's like a factor of 10.
And it was incompatible with effectively all VR stuff that came before it. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's really not a gaming headset either. The Quest or the Index are the way you want to go if you want to play games in VR. The Vision Pro is really good for watching movies. Apple has this proprietary technology called spatial video or spatial recording, something like that. You can take photos that you can like walk around in VR, and you can like make videos that you can walk around in VR, which is really cool. They have experiences that are made with this technology too, so you can like do parkour with the Storer guys, go to Alicia Keys when she's in the studio and sit there for a recording session. That's really cool stuff. Very neat, very high definition, really cool experiences. But I think that's probably the biggest advantage the AVP has over the other HMDs. Yeah, I think that's it. It's a different type of thing. So I think the best experience I had on it was I watched Avatar 2 Way of Water in, you know, full HD 3D, 1440p at like on a 120-inch, virtual screen while I was laying in bed, and that was fucking awesome. It was a really cool experience. Blade and Sorcery, you're really into that, Art? Okay, cool. Blade and Sorcery is interesting. I think, so we've talked about it a little bit. The biggest downside to VR games is that most of them have those like motion control mechanics where you're like swinging your arms around. You get really tired and like sweaty in like 20 minutes playing those kinds of games. So Hyperskate is designed to be played in a very chill way with like traditional game controls instead of like motion controls and swinging your arms around. Like you're vibing and surfing at like 300 miles an hour in like a 40 by 40 kilometer real world scale environment on mountains, through valleys, multiplayer, all kinds of very interesting things that we haven't seen other VR games do. Admittedly, Jet Island does a lot of the stuff that we're doing in Hyperskate, and we are absolutely inspired by Jet Island in making Hyperskate. But we think we can like make the game better looking with different kinds of, a better experience, at least in from our vision standpoint. Not trying to.
That game came out in like 10 years old, so
yeah. And we're not shitting on Jet Island at all. Tony loves Jet Island, so. Yeah, absolutely, Art. Our link tree has a video for the trailer for Hyperskate in it, so I'll drop that for you. The YouTube video at the top is the trailer for Hyperskate. And if you have an HMD and you're able to play, HMD is a head-mounted display, so like a VR headset. If you have that and the ability to play PC VR on Steam, we can send you a code to play Hyperskate, and we can play with you. There's a couple of our community members who've already opted into that and have codes for Hyperskate and have played it. All we ask is that you sub to the YouTube, you sub on Twitch, and you're in our Discord so that we can track who has what keys. If you had a headset, you wouldn't be using a 20-year-old Office PC. Yeah, I feel you. I've been there, bro. I'm building PCs since I was like 11, and yeah, I've gone through that whole business of cobbling together a gaming PC from Office PCs. What are your guys' thoughts on Steam OS stuff getting more and more viable? I think Tony has some strong opinions.
Yeah, I think that kind of, there's an interesting scenario that I think is coming with VR that I was going to bring up alongside all of this, which is just that there is this Android XR system that has kind of been previewed at this point. There's not any actual headsets out yet, but it looks like there's going to kind of start to be like a 3rd/4th ecosystem, I guess, which would be PC, Quest, Apple, and now Android. And it'll just be interesting to see what that kind of does to the ecosystem, because the fragmentation obviously won't be great, but at the same time it does kind of breed competition in the industry and innovation and all of that. And so it's going to bring VR more mainstream and give people a lot more options and stuff like that. And so yeah, going to be interesting to watch. I had put a link into the thing Vince is looking at too, where there's an Asus ROG Ally headset that's about to come out that runs the Quest operating system on it. So we're now starting to see peripherals that are running the Quest operating system that aren't made by Facebook. The Steam OS thing is something that Steam has kind of been touting a lot lately, where you're going to start seeing a lot of devices and peripherals around your home that are running Steam OS as opposed to Windows. And I think these are probably going to be devices that end up replacing like a lot of Roku's and NVIDIA Shields and stuff like that. And there's a ton of speculation that we're going to see a headset from Valve that probably runs it kind of on the headset or something like that, or that Steam OS is going to integrate with VR in some new and interesting way. So definitely a lot of stuff on the horizon, but the Steam OS thing is really interesting. And I saw a quote from Valve yesterday where somebody basically made a statement that they were like taking a shot at Windows, and they had come back and said, if somebody is having an adequate experience with Steam on Windows, then we suggest that they stay on Windows. We're simply creating these devices for people who would like to be able to have that experience in other places, or who are not having a great experience with whatever their current setup is.
Yeah, so Brightside, welcome. Awesome. Really glad to have you here. We're showing off the audiovisual thing if you're still around. So Tony's going to go into that detail and
yeah, I will
help you understand.
I'll get that right up here. 1 second.
And we're more than happy, if you want to raid us, we're more than happy to pass the raid back onto the another channel. So yeah, if you want to do that or whatever, that'd be awesome. We got a shout out from you. I don't know if that's the raid. I don't think that's the raid, but it's all good, bro. And yes, I feel you, Boom. Calculated raid strategy. I love it. Yeah, I mean that's how Twitch works for us smaller guys. We gotta spread the community around, spread the love. LFQ says, I looked around a bit on my Steam Deck. I can see a future where it just becomes my main OS. Right now, I can't claim I'm hopping off Win 10. Yeah, same, dude. I'm in a position where I need to rebuild my PC so that I can get Windows 11. Otherwise, I'm going to be unsupported, and that sucks.
Yeah, and I think SteamOS is probably going to start being this thing that's like an extension of, I hope it does this, it kind of becomes an extension of like your main rig, where you have your 5090 or whatever, and then you have your Steam Deck, and it's able to stream the content off of your powerful PC onto your little handheld, higher quality and all of that. You can pretty much already do that in your house. And so I imagine they're going to lean harder and harder into that setup, especially because eventually then they put it in a VR headset, and now you have a VR headset in your house that can just kind of like talk to your high-end gaming PC. Maybe it also works standalone when you're not on your network or something like that. But it really seems like that's going to be the way that everything kind of starts to go, and like your phone just becomes like a thing that can connect to like your more powerful system, and as an extension, everything is connected together and is an extension of each other.
Yo, welcome Raiders. Thank you, Brightside, for the raid, dog.
What's up? What's up?
I wanted to address a couple questions that Art had about Hyperskate that we missed. Art was asking if you can skate on a mountain or if there's different environments. So one of the cool things about Hyperskate, Art, is that we've got a 40 by 40 kilometer real world scale environment. So it's literally like, so I was setting up player containment, which is basically just like a blocker so you don't fall off the world in our test map. And it's really, really cool. And just skating around the edges of the map in that huge environment to just make sure that the player containment was working all the way around the map. I skated probably like 3/4 of the way around the edges of the map at like, 200, 300 miles per hour. And it took me 40 minutes, like 40 plus minutes. So it's huge. So that being said, there's a concept. I'm trying to think of how to word this so I don't spoil it for you guys. Welcome Raiders. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you guys chatting with us. I'm going to finish what I'm saying about Hyperskate, which is a game that we're developing in, UE5 for PC VR. We're a game studio, Fractal Grove. I'm Vince. This is Tony. We are the founders of Fractal Grove. Our stream on Wednesdays is about sharing knowledge with you guys about Unreal 5, how we make video games. I've been a game designer for over 10 years. The biggest game that I worked on was Destiny 2. Worked on that for about 5 years. If you look behind me here, this is a prop from the game that is for a mission that I made called the Whisper. And yeah, I've done a bunch of stuff. I'm happy to talk about my Destiny things, but anyway, Hyperskate, please check it out. I'm going to drop a link for you guys. Please give us follows. We use the streaming platform, the stream, to help fund the studio. So all the money that comes in from the stream goes directly into the studio. We do web server hosting. We do software licenses. All of that stuff comes from the stream support. So we really appreciate you guys for that. So Art, we have this concept of this big natural environment. That's the 40 by 40 kilometer thing. But there's also a bunch of like skate park stuff. So think like Trackmania. Last week, Tony was playing Get to Work, which is kind of like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Imagine that there will be environments like that in challenges and traversal puzzles and stuff like that you do in Hyperskate and VR, in addition to that really big open, big natural environment. And we have multiplayer working, so you can play multiplayer on Steam right now in the build that we have up on Steam. So yeah, it's really cool. So that's our link tree. If you guys want to see a trailer to Hyperskate, it's at the top of the link tree page. We've got a YouTube trailer for that. And then we have a Discord server. Please come join that. We've got a budding community over there with a bunch of creators, lots of people in chat, make their own games, make their own stuff. And that's a part of what we do. We want to share our knowledge, help you guys make the things that make your dreams like a reality using Unreal Engine. So my expertise is in the creative side of things. I'm operating as creative director at Fractal Grove. Tony's the technical director, so he handles the whole tech stack and everything. If you guys have questions and you're building your own games or you're building stuff in Unreal, we love helping you guys out. We've helped Brightside. We've helped Art with his Twitch setup. If you have streaming questions, how to do it. We simultaneously stream from multiple like physical locations to Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, the thing that would really help us out are YouTube subs right now. We need more of those to get to monetization. We're really close. We only need 1,000, and we're at like 720, 730 subs. So we've been holding pretty solid at 725-ish. So if we get, another 275, we'll be at monetization for YouTube, and that'll really help us out. Thank you so much, Meishing VTuber. I really hope I said your name right. Meishing, sorry, I'm trying to pronounce your name right. Please tell me if I said it right. Yes, YouTube is also on Linktree. Awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the follows. Thanks for hanging out. Operation Two Face, thank you for the follow.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys are great. And when you say May, is it May like the month? And it's not like Mai? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for helping me say your stuff right. I don't like saying people's names wrong. So, okay. This is something Tony built in Unreal 5 using a bunch of different systems. But this is an example of an arcade machine that Tony's built that integrates with Twitch chat. Do you have this one set up to do Twitch thing?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No, but
we have like
for sure
many iterations of this, but yeah. So imagine, chat, you have a plethora of channel points because you've been watching us for a while, and your channel points do fuck all, right? Like, so what we did was we integrated it into this arcade machine so that you can make more of these like coin pusher balls drop. So not in this specific example, but you can type, commands in chat that will allow you to spend your channel points to engage with the arcade machine. And the whole point of that is just to give you guys something to do. Art says, the reason I asked you if it was going to be just a mountain or other styles because I'm currently playing a parkour game that is extremely nice. And I wanted to see if it's similar. Yeah, totally. I would say like less parkour, more like if you're into board sports at all and you think of Riders Republic or Steep, that's kind of closer to the vibe. But imagine like a Metroidvania exploration, map unlocking, finding new zones and like new challenges. That's kind of where we're going with it. So, and I'm intentionally being vague. We have a very strong vision, but I don't want to spoil all the really cool surprises. If you guys are familiar with my work on Destiny, the Whispered secret mission thing was hidden from players. It was a really big viral moment in the game. Lots of people really enjoyed it. So my expertise at Bungie was making these really cool secret mission things that, really rewarded super engaged players that were just like, this is cool as fuck. Like, I never expected this to be in the game. So expect more of that in stuff that Fractal Grove makes. So we'll have these really big, interesting moments of like just secrets and cool stuff to go find when you're playing a video game.
But yeah, visuals are something that we're, putting a lot of consideration into, at least, and hoping to make it one of the better looking VR games out there, hopefully, I think.
Brightside, you still hanging out in here? Do you want to get into the audio visual thing with the procedural mesh generation stuff, Tony?
Yeah, I can, for sure. I'll pull that back up.
Yeah, sorry to make you bounce around on these
No,
things.
It's all good. Since a bunch of people were here, I thought I'd just pull up some of the more interesting to look at stuff rather than my code editor. So
nice. Okay, so we're gonna get a little technical here, chat, and I will be yapping at you guys while Tony's explaining what this thing is and how he built it.
Yep. So it's kind of freaking out right now. If you see it like spike up like this, I don't exactly know why it does that. It's one of the things I got to figure out still. But what it's doing is just listening to all the audio playing on my system right now. Me talking into the mic, I don't think counts, but Vince talking does count. And it's supposed to be, I'm going to try to restart it here, see if it behaves a little better sometimes. But the top one is supposed to be a real-time frequency output. So it's going to have like your low end and your bass on the left and your high end on the right. And then the one at the bottom is a real-time waveform of the sound that it's hearing, where the vertical is the amplitude or the volume. And it is doing something with the colors related to the frequency of each part, but I'm shifting them around to make it look interesting, so that part's a little less important. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening. And what you're seeing here are actually just like meshes. They're effectively a flat plane, but every tick Unreal is listening to the audio, and for each one it's mapping the frequency out along the horizontal axis on the top one, and it's drawing kind of like a rectangle basically on the bottom one, and then pushing the rectangle that it just drew over to the side, and that's kind of creating this effect. And then I just did some like color shifting stuff in the material to make it look like this. But yeah, so it's all C++. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of worked through a lot of this with the help of Claude and Cursor, and just kind of iterating and trying to understand how this stuff works. And now that I've got a bit of a handle on it, I'm trying to, as I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the stream, build a little bit more of like a toolkit and a system around it, so that I can take pretty much anything in my Unreal project and point it at audio sources and make it audio reactive and kind of dial in the behavior that I want from each thing. So I'm really misbehaving right now. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, so that's kind of the next challenge, is get it away from just 100% system audio. And then we have a lot of big plans that we're working on, kind of building like an AI, I don't want to say VTuber, but it is going to kind of be like a thing that we can put on the screen and we can talk to, and it'll talk back and stuff like that. If you've ever seen Neurosama, I learned about that, and I kind of said, I want to see if I can build something like this. So that's going to be something that should be popping up over the next few streams. I kind of been working on it in the background, and I'll bring it out when it's ready to show. But this kind of all ties into it as well, because we want to give it a manifestation inside of Unreal and kind of give it the controls to make it move and, you know, look like it's alive and stuff like that. So I need to be able to make it audio reactive.
Chat, if you guys have ideas about how you want it to look and all that stuff, we're open to those suggestions as well. If you were here a while ago, I guess back in October, we did.
I'll show the code here in a minute, Brightside.
Wait, what's that?
He said I still can't wrap my head around it, so I'm going to pull the code up. I'll show you.
Yeah, no worries. In October, Tony, we used an iPhone to map like my face with the iPhone LiDAR thing, and I was talking, and there was like this big cube, like fractal face that was like speaking. So imagine something like that. That's kind of where we were going to go, because we already have that built. But if you want to see it do something else, cool.
One of my ideas right now is, and I've told Vince this, but it's kind of this like ethereal, like maybe it's a fractal, maybe it's like a cloud of colorful like smoke and particles or something like that. Maybe it shifts between all of these things. Maybe it can turn into a metahuman. And so I want to kind of try to create a system where like we can spin up a new iteration and it kind of has the same levers and controls as all the other ones, and then it can just kind of like, we can point it at it and it should be able to control it. So any ideas that anybody has, definitely send them our way. I don't know if we're going to do hand-drawn egg and MS Paint. So
hand-drawn egg might be a little tricky, especially if it's like a 2D stylized image. And like setting up a rigged model is also tricky. So we're probably going to try to make it procedurally, because those are things we know how to do. That won't take us, a million hours to build. So, but I like your suggestion. I appreciate it, Art. Please continue suggesting things. And thank you to everyone who's joined the Discord. I'll drop the link again. We've got a really cool community over there with Brightside and Boom. Oh, wow. I spelled that fucking wrong.
Dickord.
Dickord, boys.
Okay, so let me get boring here for just a second. But Brightside, so effectively how this works is every tick, the C++ function right here is running, and if it gets audio data, it goes through, and the audio data is like an array of frequencies with their amplitude. So, the low might be 0 and the high might be, it's probably 0 to 1, basically. And we go through there and we kind of just go through the bands, and a lot of this is for like color calculation, but at the end of the day, we get down here and we're generating the waveform, and it's just verts and triangles because I'm generating a mesh. And so it goes through and it kind of goes through like I'm really dumbing this down, but it takes the audio and makes an array of numbers out of it. It goes through those numbers and scales like the height off of the baseline in order to put a vert down, and then it draws a line to the next vert, and it's just doing that every single tick, and then fills in the middle with color, and that draws a waveform. And then the frequency one kind of works the same way, but every tick it's just updating the entire wave with, it has the whole frequency range in an array, and it's just putting points and drawing lines between them. And then I have a little bit of stuff in the code that's just kind of like smoothing the animation out so that it kind of bounces and looks smooth, because otherwise it definitely looks a little jerky as it ticks every single time. But yeah,
Did that make sense, Brightside? And also feel free to ask questions if you're like, I'm not understanding, or like, you know,
it's really hard, obviously, to like explain something, especially over stream with the lag in the chat and stuff like that. But like we always say, we have the Discord, you guys can join it. We're in there all the time. I will literally send you guys project files in a lot of cases for stuff like this that isn't like hyperskate or something. So if you ever wanted to see it or have me explain it to you or try it out or something, just hit me up. I'm happy to help you guys. That's really what we want to be doing here, probably more than just about anything else. So it'd be cool to, you know, help the community out more.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, as Boom said, math plus colors equals waveform or something like that.
I'll just pull it up again now that I've explained it. I don't know that that's going to help that much, but just if you kind of think about the fact that like as the sound is coming out, this is really just the volume of the sound that is happening at the moment that it draws this, and then it's just pushing it over to the left. And then up here, this is just kind of, if you've ever seen like an equalizer on your stereo or something that's like bouncing as the music's playing, that's exactly what this is. It's just kind of stylized to look like Siri or something. And that's how that Siri waveform works too. It's just the same exact setup.
Tony Brightside asks, would there be any way to replicate it in Blueprint, or would it be more efficient in like Niagara, if not C++? I think Brightside is just,
I went down,
scared about it.
I went down pretty much the exact logical path that you just did, especially because I've been doing so much in Niagara with like the particle thing I was just showing. I feel like I understand Niagara well enough now that if somebody could point me in the right direction, I probably could have put something like this together. But I spent a lot of time researching and, you know, honestly talking to Claude and just kind of like doing some experiments, and it seemed like it would be possible in Blueprint, but there was some things that made it much, much easier in C++, especially for the audio side of things. So audio-wise, you might have to go to C++ no matter what, but then you could probably kind of like do a pretty minimal implementation there where you're just getting the audio out into something that you could use in a Blueprint. And then you could absolutely do what I did here in a Blueprint. You can build a procedural mesh, I'm almost positive, in a Blueprint, and you do the same thing I was showing in the code where you're just adding the verts and the triangles and stuff down here. And then you do, you know, create mesh section. I've done this in Blueprints before, so I know it's possible. But one of the benefits of this, and, you know, I've talked about Claude and Cursor and stuff a lot, is the LLMs and the AIs and stuff can generate text, but they can't generate blueprints, and they can't control your computer for you yet. And so it's much easier to have a conversation with it about like, I want to do this, or this isn't working, or how do I change this to do what I want, if it's in a code file that you can just kind of give it and go like, here's what I got, how do I change it? You can definitely do the same thing with blueprints by screenshotting them, and it does a pretty good job of understanding that, but I've gotten much, much better results out of using C++ for that purpose. And then if you move to something like Cursor here, you know, this actually will generate the code for me right in the code base, just based off of me chatting with it over here. And that's, again, just a massive speed up and benefit, and it helps me fix bugs and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Tony, Boom suggests Arthur's audio blueprints.
Yep.
Boom says that's really good.
I definitely looked at that, and one of the things that I like New Year's resolution or whatever for this year was to get better at C++. So that's another reason I did all of this in C++, is just like kind of an arbitrary reason to like force myself, because I want to get better at it. And I do think that there's going to be times where it's going to be really beneficial, and I can kind of start to see how it could make me go a lot faster if I did get good at it than I could go in Blueprints. So yeah, if you guys watched the Unreal Mythbuster thing that Ari Arnbjornsen did at Unreal Fest, he talks about how, definitely goes into that whole topic about blueprints for C++, and is C++ actually faster? And the answer is yes, but it's in more specific circumstances than just like a blanket yes. And he has this nice logical pathway of when you should go to C++ from Blueprint and stuff like that. And it tends to just be like when it's not working good enough in Blueprint, you might want to try going to C++. And there's like some things that you should consider before you do that will tell you whether or not C++ is actually going to make it faster, but it did kind of seem like the answer was like, for the most part, yeah, you'll probably see some gains. But it's only going to be when you like are trying to squeeze out like every little thing that you can.
Like 90% of the time, you're fine just using Blueprint, and you don't necessarily need C++. But if you want to be like ultra power user and really do anything in the engine, like really do anything, you need to use a mix of both. Mix of both is always the right answer. There's this really weird debate in Unreal about whether C++ is real or Blueprint is real. The answer is like, it's literally just both. You just have to use both.
And like ultimately the blueprints are being compiled back, not necessarily compiled back into C++, but it's like all of it's getting compiled into something else at the end of the day when you do a build. So it tends to just be kind of like how the things are implemented in each thing, and it gets into some very nerdy technical explanations. So unless you're getting to a point where you're trying to like optimize your game, or you like literally can't do something in Blueprint, it's not really worth worrying about. So.
Brightside was wondering, how do you implement a C++ script in Unreal? In the console command, are you opening a visual script file? So I think like Brightside hasn't necessarily even dabbled directly in like writing C++ and adding it to the project. So
so the main things I would recommend are get JetBrains Writer. This used to cost money, but it doesn't anymore, and they made it free for Unreal for personal use. So your mileage may vary if you're actually publishing games Brightside, like I know you are, but it's probably worth paying for if you are doing a lot of C++ stuff in Unreal. It has a lot of Unreal stuff built into it that Visual Studio doesn't, and I think they work pretty closely with like the Epic Games team to build this stuff. So it just makes doing a lot of things in here a lot easier than I find them in other places. But even beyond that, if you're just in Unreal, you can go to like tools, and if you hit new C++ class here in any project, even if you don't have C++ in it already, when you make one in here, this will convert your project into C++. And so that's how you would technically get started. And then I would highly recommend you go and take the Stephen Ulibarri like Kickstart C++ course on Udemy. It's not very long. It's just a few hours. It's not like a whole like build a whole game thing. But that'll really start to kind of just show you like the basics. And then one of his more recent like gameplay ability system courses is all in C++ and uses Writer the whole way through, and he shows you all of the tricks, and I picked up a lot of really good stuff from that. So if you are serious about trying to get more into the C++ side of things, I would highly recommend doing that.
And I said it in chat, but I'll say it with voice. If you want to know how to make this, we can definitely take some time off stream and send you the project files and hop in a Discord call and like chat through some things too. So Boom and Brightside, if you guys are interested in something like that, like hit us up on Discord, and we're happy to do that too.
Brightside, these courses right here are definitely going to be the ones that I'm talking about. So this is the gameplay ability system one here, where he does all the writer stuff, and you can get coupons for these where they'll be $5. So definitely don't be scared of these prices. You just have to like go on his Discord, I think, or something. If you find him on Twitter, he has links to that, and then they'll be like $5 or $10. But this one is short, and it says it's 12 hours. I'm sure some of it is just like how to open Unreal and stuff like that, but really good starter. This one's 106 hours. This one is huge, but you'll make like a full multiplayer RPG in this one, so that one's pretty good. But all of these are awesome. I really don't recommend that people buy courses for Unreal most of the time, but these are the only ones that I generally say people should buy.
Those ones are really good. Really
I'll
good.
Drop this. I'm going to send it to Vince so he can drop it in chat, because I don't have my Twitch open.
Bro.
But yeah, and if you guys need help finding the coupon codes, ping us on Discord. I'll help you, no problem.
And here's the link for the course. Yeah!
He's a good follow on Twitter too. He just posts like philosophical business and programming and game dev quotes a lot of the time. It's not bullshit. So
it's called Zeter, Tony. Yeah, if you want to like really get into like the nuts and bolts of it, Brightside, like hit us up on Discord, and we'll get through there, with you and discuss it. Nice. Boom is very excited. Do it, Boom. You'll be so much more powerful. It'll be crazy.
You got to get over like I feel like there's like a few scary things in the whole process to get figured out, and then once you get past that, it's not too bad. But you just gotta, like anything with Unreal, you gotta know how to like undo the problems you create and stuff like that.
We're here to help. That's not just like performative, you know. We offer help a lot, and I would say like maybe 10% of people actually hit us up on that. So it's all good. It's not like we have a huge line of people asking for help. It's really normal. You know, I've been offering people help as a professional game designer for all of my career, because that's how I got my start. You know, someone was like, yeah, I'll give you help, and I was like, cool, and I just hit them up, and I started asking them for help, and it goes a really long way. So I feel like it's important to give back, you know, like pay it forward, right? Like I got help, someone gave me advice, we're doing the same thing. So don't hesitate, please. Like reach out if you want to, even if you're like, this is a really fucking stupid question and I'm ashamed to ask it. I will never shit on someone for trying to better themselves and learn something they didn't know before. So yeah, and Tony's the same way. Like it's great, guys. Like definitely reach out.
You'll find that if you're self-conscious about asking a question and you're gonna like ask it on Discord or something, what happens to me probably 7 out of 10 times is I think about the problem so hard to like form the correct question to ask that I solve it before I hit enter, and then I don't send it. But so that'll help too.
Yeah, no worries, Brightside. And honestly, like I don't know that there really is a limit to Blueprint, to be honest. There are.
The only thing you run into with Blueprint sometimes is there will rarely sometimes be something that you need that you can't get in a Blueprint that is in C++. And then you could even just learn the skill of how do I make that thing available in a Blueprint and go no further, and you'd probably like 10x yourself in Unreal, because that's kind of 90% of it, to be honest.
Walk a mile in.
Just like weird, like very specific things where it's like if you're doing a loop in C++, you're doing a loop in C++, but if you're doing a loop in a Blueprint, you're calling like a blueprint that they wrote that is a loop that's calling C++ within it, and that's why they start to say like Blueprint ends up being way slower, because if that's happening on 1,000 actors in your level, for example, you're looking at maybe like a full millisecond of processing time, which is like more than a frame, and that's where you start running into trouble. And if you were in C++, it would be like 1,000 times less. So very specific scenarios like that, that's all.
Brightside says one day he'll walk a mile in your Louboutins. But yeah, absolutely. Like don't think your question's stupid. Don't like we'll never like shit on someone for asking a question if they get some help. LFQ with the sub. Let's go. Thank you for the tier 2, bro. Goated LFQ. Thank you, brother. Chat, our subs have really fallen off since we don't have Anna in here spamming us with gifteds. So we were at like 50, 60 something. Yeah, tier 2, fucking amazing. Yeah, what is that? The B excited Pride Pog? Let's go, Pride Pog. Yeah, some kind of Pog. We're pogging, chat. LFQ definitely makes me pog. I pogged when LFQ was chatting for the first time. Yeah, one of our community members, Anna, has been competing with another community member, Artificial Sky, for most subs. I don't remember who's on top right now, but they're very, very close, and they're far and away the biggest supporters of the channel. They were both in like the 30s or something like that for gifteds, and I think the next closest was like 3. But it's awesome. We love every sub. You guys are amazing. Because of that, like, you know, like I said, we were, you know, positive on operations. So instead of just Tony and I paying straight out of our pockets, you guys are helping us continue to do this longer, which is really awesome. Yeah, and look for Hyperskate in 2025. This year. Yo, what? LFQ just gifted 20. Bro,
shit, dude, what?
Bro, the madman.
Insane. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right side, we get a pittance, but yes, we get paid. Big dubs. Yo, LFQ. Thank you so much.
Crazy. Thank you.
Let's get some trees in chat for LFQ. Oh my god, I can't use trees on personal. I have to resub with my Prime. That's pathetic. Oh, I was gonna give my Prime to Brightside, actually. Hold on, Brightside. You're getting my Prime, dog.
Oh no. I just saw him get on Helldivers. You're gonna interrupt his gameplay.
Yeah, tell him, dude.
Also, why is he on Helldivers on a Wednesday?
I know, right? Yo, man should be at work. All right, Brightside. Here you go. Here's my Prime, brother.
Wait, does he live in LA? Did his grass get burned, maybe?
No, he's in like NorCal.
Oh, okay.
All right, Brightside. Enjoy my Prime. Thank you for the support, homie. Bro, I got infinite trees. I just have to use the main one. Here, we'll do trees over here.
I really liked Brightside's trees van overlay thing that he has for his stream.
Dude, that shit is so sick.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, enjoy Jeff Bezos' money, dude. There we go. We got some trees. Big pog, big hype. Thank you, everybody. You guys are amazing. Level 6 hype train up a 1 gifted. Yeah. Bro, LFQ, top gifted. Let's go. In the leaderboard. Crushing everybody. Unlock a random emote. We'll do cheers to that. Oh, I have to give the sub to do that. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, chat. Not top overall. Artificial Sky is here. So
That's a mountain
weekly,
to climb for sure.
It only shows weekly, bro. I don't know how to look at top. Here, let me
I
check
maintain my own tracking of that.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to look, but let's see.
Yeah, let's get actual numbers here so Artificial Sky knows what he's up against. Tony doxing his file structure right now?
Oh shit, it's probably not tracking right now. Give me a minute.
No!
Don't do anything yet, Shooted. Your counter won't go up.
Yeah, you gotta get some numbers, bro. So the reason why we track all this stuff is because of that coin pusher thing with the chromatic orbs that we're dropping. We keep track of all that so that we don't get in a situation where you guys have like spent channel points or you can't spend channel points. We want to make it fair so that everybody can like have fun with the thing. It's not about like give us money to play arcade machine. You can use channel points for it. So we want to make sure that if you use channel points with testing or something like that, you still get, you know, so say you spent like 5,000 channel points on dropping, you know, coins or chromatic balls or something like that when we were testing it. So we want to keep track of it so that when we actually have something more fleshed out and we're running a contest or something like that, you guys can participate that way still without losing your channel points and feeling bad that you tested with us and didn't, you know, spend it on a giveaway or something, right? Art, that's worth more than your entire setup. I feel you, bro. Tony's crunching the numbers, calculating, math meme.
I made C++ changes. They don't build. Sometimes it's very hard to determine why that is. If it does this, does this Unreal build tool failed with execode 0x00000006? And then there's like a log somewhere else that'll tell me actually why. But it's always hard to find.
We got no YouTube chatter, so I'm gonna write hello YouTube. Just in case. See if they're shy. Take it easy, Art. Thanks for coming through. It was great seeing you
thanks
again.
for coming through, dude.
pipe chest. Let's go. Gritty goose emote. How do I gritty goose? Oh, can I not gritty goose? What the hell? Bruh. Can I only gritty goose over here? Oh, I have to be a sub. Gritty goose. Oh boy, that was not correct. Can we goose now? Yeah, we goose. All right, we goose up. Enjoy your goose emote, chat. Feel free to spam that wherever. Your favorite channels. Okay. We're still finding the tracker, Tony?
It was loading. I think it's up now. Let's see. I got Artificial Sky at 67 gifted.
67.
And
Yo.
Anna at 54. And then third place is Photon at 12.
There you go.
And I'm going to have to manually get LFQ in there because it wasn't tracking. But LFQ would technically be third place with 20 instant.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
First day in stream, LFQ takes third spot. Let's go. Let's fucking go, LFQ. What have you been playing, bro? I know you were really into CS Surf for a while. I mean, this is like 10 years ago. So what have you been gaming on there, brother? And how's life? I hope life is really, really going well for you too. Oh, PoE 2, bro! Yo, I've been playing a lot of PoE myself. I'm in maps on a warrior, but I'm a tank warrior using Molten Shield. And then I have a Sork that's level 20, 30, something like that. Yeah, Omni's been playing PoE 2. Tony's been playing a little bit. I've been playing it. I've got some homies that are in maps as well. Keeping busy with work? Awesome. So yeah, obviously you finished that whole program and you're doing some kind of engineering type shit, maybe, I think, if memory serves. Omni's got a second Sork up to level 39. Nice. Awesome. LFQ, I don't know if you remember Nox in the box, but Nox comes through sometimes too. We've had him here for the last month or so. Electrical designer. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Proud of you, little buddy. I love watching the homies succeed and like grow and do really cool stuff. So that's fucking awesome, man. You speak with Nox every now and then? Awesome. Yeah, same. We still keep in touch. That was back in the OX33 Don't Starve days, I think, was when we met. Way back when. I think that was when I was starting in game design, actually. Oh, there you go. The Ox salute. Let's go. Elon Musk is not great at PoE too. Fraud. Can we say that? Like, if we stream on X, can we have that conversation? Or do you think he'd be like, no, get out of here. You guys are exposing me.
I don't think it matters until you're big.
Yeah, I feel like there was an Asman video where he was talking about exposing Elon, and his chat was like, do you think he's going to see this? And he's like, 100%, guaranteed he sees it. So Asman's probably beefing with Elon now. Asman needs to be beefing with everybody, so that's how it goes. Okay, spicy chat topic. If it gets out of hand, we'll change the subject and stop it. But thoughts on OnlyFangs and Pirate? Chat, go wild. LFQ, 2 characters and maps. Spark Stormweaver. Dude, Spark is really fun. Crept and Cry Warbringer. Hell yeah. That's awesome, dude. Shout build. Bezos is probably better at PoE than Elon. There you go, LFQ. I love it. It's a nothing burger. Yeah, so my favorite part about the Pirate OnlyFangs drama is that it's very much classic, like, WoW rating endgame hardcore player drama, but it is like reached the mainstream, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm having like a 15-year-old flashback. Yeah, don't call run if you don't want to run. Agree. Like, he audibled in the middle. He's like, back out. No, go back in. I'm tanking for you guys. And Pirate's like, bro, I'm at like 70 health and like 30 mana. What do you want me to do? Like, the fuck. Admittedly, he did bail on them. He should have gone down with the ship. But that's just my take. I would have gone in and died. You know, and been dead with the homies. Controversy averted. We start our characters over again. It sucks for those guys who lost their characters, and I think most of the drama actually comes from that. Just like the butt hurt from like my hardcore character's dead and I gotta start over. Like, that sucks. That's a lot of time lost, and I get it. And trying to like finger point and get mad at someone makes sense. I think the community outcry is absurd. Like, you know, threats against one's life and like the toxicity that comes from different streamer communities pointed at another streamer is insane. And yeah, Striva, don't play hardcore if you're gonna be mad when you die. Like, that's literally how hardcore works. You're risking death. That's the point, you know? That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it compelling. You wouldn't catch me playing hardcore WoW, even though I would consider myself especially a WoW Classic expert. I just don't like the stress. I would rather just play Tarkov, honestly. The Tarkov stress is more compelling to me. Tony's still doxing his file tree?
I'm not too worried about it. Trying to figure out when my build is failing and having a hard time.
What are you building?
I just made C++ changes to the waveform thing.
Okay. So yeah, Brightside and Boom, this is the downside to C++ type shit. He's got to go figure out where it is and what is broken.
This is one of the spicier variants of trying to figure out what the hell is wrong, because it just doesn't tell you much. A lot of the time I'll get like a nice error that just tells me what the problem is, but...
LFQ, I'm not familiar. I'm new to the OnlyFangs drama. What was the troll setup? It was years ago? Okay. No worries, dude. It's all good. But I mean, like, if there's not drama, how are you even playing an MMO, you know? Like, you need the drama. My favorite thing was when, like, people started freaking out. I would always write in chat, drama bomb in G-chat. And then I'd, like, you know, tag people and just escalate the situation because it was more amusing to me that way. I miss, like, okay. I don't know that I miss it. I wouldn't necessarily want to be back in the hardcore WoW rating timeline and, like, a part of all that. But I have some very fond memories of those times. Like, I sold my characters back in the day for, like, $1,000. It was dope. I made some money, but that was how I got out of WoW. I was like, this is not where I want it to be. I'm going to get rid of my characters. I'm going to go play, like, you know, competitive Halo and Gears of War. And that's what I did instead. Some guys had beef. One of the members of the guild would basically maneuver their way to the top to be trusted, just to go on a raid, mess it all up, and get other members killed. Nice. We had, so our biggest WoW drama back in the day, we were a very hardcore guild. We were one of the, like, we had first Hand of Ragnaros on the server. We gave it to a shaman, which was amazing. But we had the first Spinal Reaper on the server. We gave it to, you know, our guild leader, who is a Mortal Strike warrior. That was amazing in PvP. we had like, you know, I'm just trying to speak to our clout. So we were probably like top 5, you know, for our faction on the server. Maybe like 3rd place behind 2 other guilds. We were doing Zul'Gurub, when that first came out, ZG, and we had one of our officers who had access to the bijou stash loot all of them when all of us were on like a vacation, a hiatus from the game for like 3 to 5 days. Looted all of them, stole it, G-quit. We were playing, we hopped on to play at like an internet cafe because the guild leadership was like moving, and then like everyone was like doing stuff in real life. We hop on to play and we see like half the guild members have quit. G-chat is like completely despondent. People were like, oh shit, they finally show up. And like the guild is falling apart. We're like, what the fuck? So we had to like reform on a new server, start from scratch. It was crazy. Yeah, it was a wild ass time. Everyone was really upset. We had like fucking meetings about it. We had to like talk to all these people. It was crazy. Yeah, we would have stopped him immediately if we knew, you know, but he took all his bijous and went to one of the other, you know, high-end guilds and brought all of our resources with him. That was his like bargaining chip to get in. The bijous were currencies that you could buy some really good gear. I think we were Horde at the time. When we re-rolled Alliance. It was a good time, honestly. Despite the drama and the silliness, it was really fun. But I've played both factions a bunch. At the end of my WoW career, so I was a multi-boxer, raid leader, you know, guild officer, guild leader type of thing. And at the end, I think I stopped multi-boxing because I was just chilling, and I just played a rogue with heirloom twink gear in PvP only, and I did that all through Wrath of the Lich King. So I went from like level, you know, 9 up to 80 or whatever the cap was for the time, 70 something. That also happened in the guild for PoE. I'm in with Ox. Yo, someone just stole all the regal orbs and shit, or the you know, chaos orbs. I can't remember what the fucking highest end is, because I haven't played in about a month. All the uniques. Oh, bro, that's some good E-drama. You gotta go find that person, dude. Give him, you know, send him a harshly worded letter. You're a real piece of work, buddy. Your mother is probably very ashamed of your decision making in life. Talk to your father. Brightside, did you play WoW? You leave mom out of this. She's a saint. I mean, she raised a bad child that's stealing stuff out of people's, you know, loot vaults or guild vaults. Yeah, that wasn't directed at you, Brightside. Sorry, I was just speaking, like, you know, to the ether. It wasn't like we needed it. They just thought it was a good idea to trash all the uniques because they were common uniques. Oh my god. Dude, that is messed up, honestly. Like, that would piss me off. Yeah, we have a more chill Fractal Grove guild. It's very small, but you know, we've got Striva and Artificial Sky in there. Big gamers. They're pogging. They're clearing maps. Affliction Lock, okay. So that was probably post Burning Crusade at least. Oh, probably around 10 people. Nice. Dude, 10 people and someone did that? crazy. Bright side, when I dual boxed warlocks. Dual demonology warlocks for like the peak of it. It was really fun because I played Burning Crusade beta and I understood some of the things that were not necessarily well balanced for demo warlocks. And I used the Felguard, but having like double stuns and, you know, like a bunch of crowd control was amazing in PvP. And when I multi-boxed, I alt-tabbed. So I set up all my hotkeys for QERF, ZXCV, control QERF, shift QERF to change hotbars, and then I would alt-tab between my characters and like do that. So I did everything twice. I'd be like, character 1, fear, you know, alt-tab. Character 2, like, cast, you know, AoE fear. It was nuts. Yeah, Demo had 2 seasons on top for sure. And this is like pre-PvP seasons. Oh wait, no. They came out right around the same time. No, I'm wrong. I remember that. I didn't really get into the PvP arenas as much. I did like Battlegrounds because I thought they were really fun. And I liked, you know, getting the PvP gear that way. I didn't like the arena sets as much. I think they were more tailored to like a specific meta that Blizzard was going for in player versus player. It was a lot more fun when you had like crazy advantage multi-boxing and, you know, you could do stuff like sweeping strikes, mortal strike, and kill like 2 players immediately as a warrior. That shit was awesome. And like fear not breaking on damage tick was nuts.
Oh my god, it potentially wasn't working because I had Unreal open, which usually isn't actually a problem, so that's really frustrating, but let's see. Oh, yep, there it goes.
All right, we're in there. Yeah, I think like Heyday Demo Lock was really, really good, like right after Burning Crusade launched. My biggest PvP achievement in Wrath of the Lich King was in a battleground. I 1v3'd and killed all 3 on my rogue. Just very careful use of like sap and vanish and out of combat re-entering stealth and stuff like that. It was 2 rogues and a shadow priest. Killed all 3. Felt very, very good. Remember that to this day.
I played Rogue for a long time, and I just remember one day having this weird existential crisis where I was like, you know, you have to sneak around, and it's like kind of hard to solo, but kind of easy. But I was just like, this isn't fun, and I just never really played it again.
Dude, I loved Rogue. It was the most powerful class in PvP until Cataclysm, when they broke Cold Blood Prep. Cold Blood Prep was unbelievably imbalanced. But it took like very deep game knowledge with like understanding your timers and shit to make it work effectively. Pallies were always hard to deal with, but if you could keep them stun locked, and I mean like cheap shot, kidney shot, sap, it was very careful use of cooldowns and washing them, and then doing like blind in there, and then you know, prep to wash the cooldowns. You could do it again. In a 1v1, you could literally kill anybody 1v1. And the way I learned all that was from the PvP videos back in the day called World of Roguecraft. They were my favorites, and they were so cool to watch. I loved them so much. So I watched World of Roguecraft. It taught me about cooldown washing, and then I just did that repeatedly and had the most fun in PvP. Warlocks were really fun, but I think solo rogue PvP was just way more fun. Yeah, naked rogue with a white dagger. Exactly. A single worn dagger. Like, you didn't even need to dual wield. Oh, Athene is so familiar. Why? Why do I remember it? Yes, I do, but I can't remember why. Was Athena rogue? can't remember the World of Roadcraft guy's name, but he played a warlock and a rogue. Oh, world's first level 80 pally. Yes, that's why I remember. Was Athene the rep pally? Like the first rep pally with Ashbringer and shit? What do you mean, Strava? Who's interviewing the AI Asman? Wait, Athene became a cult leader? Yo, sick. Goals, man. I'd be a benevolent cult leader. I'd be like, guys, we should vibe.
Sure,
It's
that's
Friday.
what every cult leader says.
Guys, we should vibe. It's Friday. Get your, intoxicating substance of preference. Let's hang out on Discord, listen to music, and play video games. That would be my cult.
Okay, let's see. Found 27 audio devices. That's good.
Okay.
Well, audio sources. This is what we want right here.
Oh, so you're trying to filter sources so it's not all desktop audio. I got you.
Yeah, and I don't know necessarily that. Like, I would love to be able to just say, like, you point at Discord or you point at, SoundCloud or something, or, at maybe the browser, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it that specifically. I might need to do one of those, like, digital audio cable setup things instead.
Strava, I saw that link you sent me. I'll check it out after stream.
But this is a good start. This is what I was trying to do.
Nice. That's awesome. Tony's in the Matrix right now, chat. Brightside, would you join my cult? I would join yours. We can just vibe with bodega cats, dude. Hopefully that's your cult. Is that, that's the central tenet of the cult, is to vibe with bodega cats. Get them Newports and the Spirit Yellows, bro.
Parliaments.
Nah, I'm not a P-Funk guy, dude. I have smoked many a Parliament in my day, though.
It was just like the cigarette that I bummed from somebody towards the end of smoking that I remember the most fondly now.
Parliaments?
Yeah, I had a buddy who only smoked Parliaments, and I was trying to quit. But of course, he would go smoke a cigarette at work constantly, and I would just say, hey, can I bum one? And so,
bro,
smoked Parliaments for like 6 months that way, basically.
The struggle of I want to quit, so I'm not buying cigarettes, but hey, can I bum one? Oh my god. And then
you feel bad, so you start giving them like $1 for every cigarette, and you're like, I could have just bought a pack.
And then they're like, bro, buy your own fucking cigarettes. Yep. I'm tired of bumming you cigarettes. And you're like, I don't want to, because then I'll be smoking. And they're like, you're already smoking.
Yep.
LFQ, Tony is scrying the chicken bones currently. So yeah, he's applying the witchcraft. That's exactly what he's doing. So he found a way to list his audio sources. He's finding them, and now he's going to set up some code to like filter the ones out that he doesn't want. Is it chicken bones? Is that how you do it? You scry the chicken bones? Or are they like knuckle bones of like... I don't know. What would they be?
I think it's just bones.
Like, goat bones?
You just like
knuckle bones of a goat?
You like roll the dice with the bones and see what happens.
Yeah. It depends on the witch. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. If you're doing like voodoo, you probably need chickens. I'm trying to think of like what a European witch would do with bones. I feel like it's some cloven hoofed animal.
Yeah.
You're like rolling the pig trotters. And you're like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna eat this one. Do you think that's bad witchcraft if you eat your witchcraft materials? You probably fuck your spells up real bad. Discworld witches. I don't think I know anything about Discworld witches. I've never read. Is Discworld Pratchett? Terry Pratchett. Let's go. I've never read it, but it's been recommended to me many times. I know there's some big time Pratchett stands out there. I love reading books, LFQ. We have maybe in the Discord, I feel like we had a books channel. We were talking about books for a while. We definitely have talked about books. There's some big readers in the Discord. Anna, Asafa, myself, Sparkle, Tony, anime figurines. Books we've been talking about lately, for me, were Empire of the Summer Moon, historical nonfiction. Really, really good about the, American, like North American, United States expansion, westward expansion. Very cool stuff. And then Three Body Problem, Otherworld, Expanse. I've been reading Brave New World again, Aldous Huxley. Good stuff. My current audiobook is Tad Williams' Memory, Sorrow, Thorn trilogy to Green Angel Tower Volume 2. Spicy books. I think all the books that we recommended are spicy, but in terms of like intellectualism. So if you mean like romance or like sordid stuff, not necessarily. I tend to read like fantasy sci-fi things. Fabio on the cover shirtless. Yeah, I don't usually get into
my wife handles the quota of those for our group, believe me.
Yeah, so does mine. They're into these like naughty vampire books. Fuck, I can't remember what they're called. Do you remember, Tony?
Sarah J. Mass.
Something
like
Bones?
Court of Thorns and Roses or something, I think.
Yeah, it's like Ashen Bones or something like that, too.
I don't know.
It's
I saw the tweet one time that said every female I know is reading like they're trying to win a pizza party now. And a very true statement. I mean, good on them though. But yeah, my wife over the last like 2 years has become the biggest bookworm and has like 1,000 books.
I do think Tony would be really good at vampire roleplay. I can imagine Tony with some eyeliner and like a black leather jacket.
What flavor of vampire are we talking about here?
Oh, you're drinking blood, dude. You're not twinkly. Don't worry about it. Like you're no Daywalker.
Nosferatu, Tony. Nice, love it.
I imagine Tony would be like, first time doing the vampire roleplay. He's like, "Blee, I'm here to suck your blood."
Blee. Why is it Blee?
And your wife is like, "Bro, you're killing the fucking vibe right now." Oh yeah, True Blood HBO vampire. Yeah, totally. Fuck. Who was the main guy in that? What was his name?
Bill.
Yeah. Tony got Bill vibes.
Oh shit. That one. This one.
Yeah, the full cape, like very like 1950s vampire. Blee because it was funny, Tony. That's why.
Whatever.
Why Blee? Turn it into a bat and shit, just hanging on the ceiling. He corrects us immediately. It's a cloak. Amazing. Yeah, Vlad, Magica. That's exactly what I was going for, Artificial Sky.
What is that, like what we do in the shadows or something?
The game Magica. You're main narrator guy. His name is Vlad, and he goes Blee at the beginning of everything, and then he's like, "I'm totally not a vampire," and he's absolutely a vampire.
Got it.
The orbs roil and writhe, chat.
Also, I was thinking about that one that I made, where it's like a sphere with all of the things inside of it. But I was thinking for the AI, if you made the ball part invisible and you set up the Niagara system where it was like repelling them from the center out so that they're effectively all stuck to the ball, and then you made them eyeballs that are always facing out or that maybe followed the camera around, it would kind of look like one of those like bloodborne enemies with a giant brain. But then I can kind of make it into like, I don't know, this like amorphous cloud thing like we were talking about with the fart from Rick and Morty. So,
massive many eyes. Yeah, I like it, dude.
So that's one of the ones I'm gonna try to mess with, that because like I want it to maybe use the neighbor grid system for some things and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's gonna be fun. I'd show the AI stuff on the stream now, guys, but it's really just a lot of me like typing things into the terminal and then it talking and saying really stupid things because it's not very dialed in and stuff. So it'll come out when it's a little more dialed in and ready to go.
Yeah, Tony's building a custom AI. No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal, chat.
There's a Doug video recently where he was playing GeoGuessr against this AI VTuber named Neurosama that is, self-contained like representation on the screen. You can talk to it, it talks back, it understands, it can play video games. I think they even have it so it like makes music and they like publish the music and stuff. I don't know. It's definitely like, anime girl VTuber things. We're not necessarily trying to make that, but it is a very interesting like technological thing that they put together that I wanted to kind of try to understand. So I've been trying to figure it out.
We know you guys love the anime girls, but we're a little bit different. I definitely appreciate the anime girls, but it's not my not my main thing.
Probably not representative of what we do here so much.
Yeah.
So
no, it's all good. Like yeah. Do your anime girl VTubers. It's all good. I love that shit. What was the last...
I'll put a link in the chat to a GitHub project that effectively outlines the entire thing with the VTuber girl and everything. It's a recreation. It's not actually from them, but let's see if you can just replace this for me. But yeah, all the pieces you would need are technically in here. So I've been studying this for a while and trying to replicate some of the parts of it and make it do what I want it to do. So.
And Brightside, if you need help with GitHub or any of that and you really want to get into it, definitely hit us up. We can help.
This one requires a lot of Python, actually. So I've used Python plenty in the past, but I don't do a lot of daily Python. So I've been having to figure out some Python things.
Brightside, no. It's totally, I think it's a personal preference thing. I think the last anime girl VTuber I watched was Mothguts because I like the name. And the VTuber avatar was pretty cool. She was playing Billionaire, I think. But yeah, Mothguts was fun. I like that stream.
Neurosama is also kind of cool because there's obviously like a human component to it that streams with her. That's the developer and stuff. And the way that they do it is Neurosama is like this anime girl thing, and then he's a turtle that sits on her head. And they definitely have the like face tracking and mouth tracking and stuff set up so like as he looks around, like the turtle is moving and it's gesturing and its mouth is moving as it's talking. So it's just like he's the turtle sitting on her head and then she's like the person. It's very interesting.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Brightside, we're getting ready to wrap up soon. Who did you want us to raid? Because I want to go like peep their channel while we're chatting a little bit. Say hello. And then, drop the raid. Endless loop. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull them up, but yeah, let's we'll keep chatting. We got some time left.
I'm just gonna pull them up and make sure it's not like some,
yeah, if it's
Nazi
weird
porn or something like that.
If it's weird, bro, I don't know if I want to read them.
I'll spin in some tunes. I'm down.
Okay, let's go, Endless Loop. Yeah, let's see what they're vibing on. What do you call this? Is this syncopation or what's the fucking like offbeats?
I'd call this an ad.
Oh, I'm not watching an ad, but this is going hard, dude.
It was bass, dubstep, UK, garage, DMB. Interesting.
I'm vibing, chat.
Oh yeah. Sick. Well, yeah, let me get that pulled up, and we're gonna wrap up on time here today. Sorry it was not the most interesting stream, but hopefully we'll be bringing some cool shit for you guys to see here over the next few weeks, and come hang out in the Discord, and, you know.
Yeah, please.
Markov. I don't know. Sometimes I just like sitting there and hang out with Vincent and work on projects and stuff too. So if you guys ever want to, you know, just like come hang out and body double and chill and, you know, be productive together, we do that sometimes. So just ping us. We're always around.
Absolutely. And really, thank you so much for the subs. Thank you so much for the raid.
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna pass the love around. We'll be sending everyone over to Endless Loop. It looks like he's DJing right now and having a good time. Yo, Artificial Sky, let's go. Thank you for the gifted. You are still in the lead by a considerable margin. Oh my God. Thank you, bro. Another gifted. Tony, what's the count?
And another one. I mean, it says, doesn't it say it right there in the chat? I see 74 total. Maybe I see that because I'm a mod, but yeah.
I see we're at 35 total
of
100 for our sub goal. Yeah,
overall,
Artificial
is 74 lifetime. Yeah,
totally. Lifetime, bro. Twitch only tracks like monthly and weekly, so we keep other standing track. Yeah, bro. Thank you. He's like, oh shit, I need to stop giving you guys money.
Bro, you're like a shareholder of our company at this point.
Yeah, for real. Artificial Sky's on the board.
Yeah, so my tracker that I was reading off of earlier is an unofficial thing that we have set up, and every once in a while it like crashes or like isn't running while we're streaming, so it'll miss counts, but I can go back and like retroactively fix it too. So I'll make sure to do that.
Oh, thank you, Boom. I didn't know that. I'll go find it. Because I'd like to change that to lifetime. I think that's better.
Boom. Oh, while you're here, Boom, we were trying to just turn the ads off entirely. Do you know if you can do that? It doesn't seem like you can do that.
Yeah, we want like none ads. We were
making
realizing that
for it to matter, and it's just annoying to you guys, so we figured it'd be better to just turn them off. Yeah, I was kind of reading that like I don't think that actually let you turn them off entirely, unfortunately. So.
I think the best you can do is make it so that when a new person joins the channel, they see an ad, but that's it. I think that's the least we can do. Yeah. So I apologize, you guys, but yeah, we're trying not to
give you ads if it was up to us. So yeah,
it's we realized we were looking at numbers on it, and I think over like a several month period we made like $5 in ads. So it was just stupid. It wasn't like bringing us any value, and there were several times that we were in the middle of talking about something, and people were like, I got an ad. Can you repeat yourself? And we're like, fuck, let's just turn that off.
Yeah, we want to switch to only manual. It won't let us turn off the pre-rolls. So yeah.
Mid-rolls, 30-minute mark instead of begging. Yeah. I'm tracking. I know what you mean. Instead of at the beginning. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. If you schedule them, then will it not do the pre-rolls? Because if that's the case, then maybe we should do that, and then we could just have a timer where it's just like, all right, everybody's gonna take an ad break here for 2 minutes, and you know we'll be right back. So okay, I'm
that's
gonna
not a bad idea.
Yeah. Anything to make the stream a little better. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I'm gonna hit the drain on the ball here and get the raid going. So
Tony's gonna drain the ball. Yeah, and Brightside, absolutely, you're welcome. We're happy to always put it in layman's terms. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like that's definitely one of the core things, and not enough people ask for help, I think. So please ask for help. We will try to help best we can. Yeah.
All right, guys. We love you all. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain Time for some sort of video games. We haven't even really talked about it yet, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, we're gonna find this
End of
Hang
stream ritual,
tight.
draining the balls. As soon as the balls are drained, we will go.
endless loop.
So I got the red button up. I'm gonna hit the button.
Oh, you got
here.
it? You got it?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I won't do it then.
All right. Yep. I'm gonna send us off now. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much.